Hey, 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 what's up? Good morning to you. This is Sunday Morning Refresh. Listen, last night's message by Pastor Unique was extraordinary. It was amazing. And if you didn't get a chance to check it out, we're going to recap that thing this morning. And I want to hear what your thoughts are. I want to hear if this message transformed you or inspired you in any type of way. I would love to hear from you. All right. So we're going to dive into this message. But before we do, listen, on YouTube, subscribe, on Facebook, follow. If anytime during this message you're impacted, share it. Please, please, please. We want to get this message out there. He's talking about I'm still built different. Y'all, let's check this out.
So we came to the conclusion that people who are built different live with determination. And determination is built on the foundation of personal conviction. There'll be no determination until I determine what I'm convicted by. Conviction is like deep roots. And the deeper our roots, the harder it is to get thrown off by the wind. You ever traveled an area that has been attacked by a storm, and you see power lines on the ground, and you see some tree limbs on the ground, but then there's a tree that don't look like it could be moved by anything? You want to know why certain trees were on the ground and certain trees stood tall still even in the midst of the storm? Because the deepness of their roots. Let me help you. We need to stop being so worried about growing up and start growing down. We want it backwards. We want to grow up before we grow down. We want God to bless us with the 7 figures, and then we want the integrity to handle it. We want God to give us the promotion, and then we start showing up on time. How you mad you ain't get the promotion and you ain't showed up on time all year? There's an hour for lunch, and you take an hour and a half and had the nerve to act like you forget to clock back in all the time. So you still in 30 minutes a day, but you want more influence. We want to grow up when the truth is we need to be growing down. Because the higher you go up, the more you can feel the wind. Ooh. Let me tell you, you think you want to be in charge. You think you want to be the CEO. You think you want to be the pastor of the church, but let me help you. You better grow down before you grow up, because the higher you go up, the more you can feel that wind. The higher you go up, the more pressure you gonna feel. The higher you go up, the more people depending on you. The higher you go up, the less rest you may get. The higher you go. Everybody say it's wind up here. Windy, it's tornado, it get. So we got to be, everybody say, thank y'all for letting me teach and not rushing me today. Y'all been a great crowd. Today, everybody say, we got to be anchored. Because to keep a ship safe and secure at a desired location, it drops an anchor. And the anchor keeps you grounded. You got to drop an anchor in your faith so you can be more steady when the storm comes. You got to drop an anchor in your faith so that when you take it into Babylon to do God's will, you don't turn into Babylon when your job was to turn Babylon into you. We have to drop anchors. Here's what James said. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. Everybody say no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose, here's where it gets ugly, that he will receive anything from the Lord. Why? Because he's double-minded man. And he unstable. This man that James is talking about has two heads. He's got a head for faith, and he's got a head full of doubt. This woman has a head that trusts and a head that's thrown off by trouble. And James is saying that anybody double-minded, anybody that's not determined, anybody that does not have conviction is minded and will therefore be unstable. Anything with two heads is a monster. And we don't want to live monstrous lives where it seems like one day we're deeply rooted, one day we're living religiously, we're obedient, we're loving God, but then the next day it seems like we don't have a relationship. We don't want to have a mind of determination and then a mind full of doubt. I can guarantee you, to the degree of your unstableness is the same degree of your double-mindedness. Because it's double-mindedness that deletes the determination. Here it is. Our minds give our life direction. And James is saying, don't.
Let's go. Chosen. Yeah. Hey. You already know, man, it's really going down. Welcome to the house where them souls getting found. Said us had some time for them shows in the cloud. You were chosen when now we some go-getters now. It's about time, it's the end of the week. Been losing sleep and our homie need to preach. Whoa, name a place you wanna be.
So listen, check this out. I'm sorry, man. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back now. We're live. We're going to get this video kicked back off in just a moment. But what Pastor is talking about is standing your square, being firm in your faith, not being moved so easily. Talking about the wind blowing us these different directions, but how deeply are you rooted? Come on, let's talk about it. Share your comment down below on how we can be rooted in our faith and stand firmly in our faith. Listen, I'm gonna bring this video back in just a moment because I want to complete it, but I really want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? about this message about being built different in a world, right, where we have all these different influences. We got social media, we got our jobs, we have all these different influences trying to convince us to be something other than Christ-like. What do you do in those moments? How do you stand firm? How do you dig deep into your faith so that you're not removed and not shaken so easily in this faith? So listen, I don't think I'm gonna be able to bring this video back up, but I do want to hear from you guys. I will bring this back in about 1 o'clock this afternoon. At 1 p.m. I'm going to bring this video back. I'm sorry about the difficulties. We're still trying to figure out this Sunday night thing, and especially trying to go Sunday morning thing, especially trying to go live. But I do want to hear from you. Until then, y'all, listen, I'll be back at 1 o'clock, and we're going to fix all these glitches, and we're going to bring that word back. Shout out. Peace out. Be easy. Love y'all.